All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. What we have here is a Dell'Orto SHB 1919, and we're going to be rebuilding it because I went on a 2.5 miles back and forth, so about 5 miles. And she was doing great under load, pulling her, but when I would come to a stop and put it in neutral to adjust my goggles and my gear, it would die out. And I had to do like 100 kicks to get it back going again. But she was able to do the ride, so I'm hoping that I can just clean this carb and maybe she'll come back around. I haven't touched it yet, so let's inspect it together and we'll find out what the problem is. I bet some of the main jets are clogged. We'll see. It says here, Dell'Orto in Italy. It says, scratch all that crap out. SHB 19.19D. That's what I thought it was. And you'll find these on the Minarelli, SE74 with the Minarelli P4-70. These all have the same Dell'Orto. They're kind of tough to find nowadays, and you can just get like a China Carb or something, you know? All right, meet you on the bench, rebuild time. All right, here we are. And here's our carb. So it's still leaking a little bit. So let's just start by taking the screws out. So let me get it. Okay, so we'll start, well, I'm assuming this is the air screw. So let's see how many takes it gets back. So it's a half, one, basically. So remember that. So it's half, so it's one. So just one screw out is what it had. So we'll do air screw one. I could probably just do my hand. Okay, put that here. And then we'll check this guy, because it was pretty much dialed in. So do one, 1.5. Oh, 2. Let's say it's 2 then. Actually, I don't think that's the air screw. I'm just putting it to the side over here. Okay, and then this might be the air screw. So we'll do, oh, it's all the way in. Yeah, that's crazy. So we'll do that all the way in. This guy was 2 and 1. So, okay, so full, 2, 1. I can remember that. If I forget, we'll just go back to the video. That's the air screw. Those are probably just idle adjustments. And comes all the gas. I wanted to see if there was a spring in there. Probably not. All right, next up, it's filter. There's a filter here. I'll have to use a screwdriver wrench. All right, I brought over a 10. There we go. Not too bad. Seen these worse. Just gotta be careful with this filter and taking it out. A little gunky, but it filtered most of the tank sediment, so it's good. Okay, let's see, is there anything else on here? Let's just give it a little tap over. Nothing fell out. Nope. Something did. Some crunk. Gunk. Junk. Alright, so next, the float. Interesting. So this has a screw, and this has just, what is that? A bolt? Oh, it's crud. It's just grossness. Okay. We gotta be careful with that guy. Okay. Okay, that broke open. Hopefully you can clean this crud out. I got a smaller one just for this. Alright, whatever, that's probably good enough. I just don't want to strip it. There we go. So anyway, when I would come to an idle on my ride yesterday, it would just like die out. But if I kept the throttle, it would be fine. So I also went all the way to fourth gear and was like just ripping around town. But when I went to adjust my gear, it would die. Like I put in idle and then start filling with my gear, and then it would just die out. So I'm hoping that it's just this. This needs a little carb rebuild. I'm sure the jets and stuff are just horrible. This guy came out just fine. Oops, look how clean that is. Maybe the jets aren't that bad. All right, so let's see. No way in hell this pin comes out. Oh, it worked. Cool. Let's just do a little bit more. Okay, that worked good. Sweet. Let's throw that in there. This guy comes out. So it looks. Doesn't look too bad actually. The rubber. It's good. It came out easily too, so I know it's not sticking. Take a look at those jets. I mean, like, there's only two. Just dump this fuel out. Okay, so let's see if this guy fits. He does. We don't want to strip that. So nice. Broke that open. Can we do this one too? Easy. That one wasn't even that tight on there. It was like hand tight. Hopefully that wasn't the problem. I can't see the bottom. Barely see the bottom. So maybe that was dirty. How about this guy, his hand tighten out? It's a little dirty, but I can still see the bottom. But it could be better. And then I think that might be it. I don't see anything else. So we'll throw this in our Berryman carb cleaner. And that looks clean. It'll really come around, I bet. Let's make sure there's a spring in here. Make sure. Doesn't look like it. All these passages. I'm really surprised I can see through these, to be honest. I mean, this is not the best, but see something. You know what? I actually just grabbed my little needle. I kind of just gave it a little thing. And look at the difference. Now you can see that hole for sure. So it definitely was clogged, I guess. Sediment front. I didn't put a filter. My dumbass didn't put a filter on it. So let's give a live example here. So you can see the hole there, right? Let's give it a little cleaning. Oh, look at that hole now, brother. So that might have been our problem, you know, just a little gunky. So I'm hoping that, yeah, it's nice. That was our problem, hopefully. I mean, there's definitely some dirt in there. I mean, you can see it. So we'll still throw it in the berry mints, and I'll get back to you, and we'll rebuild it, put it back together. Let's open this guy up. I don't want that in there because it has rubber. Put that in there. Throw these guys in there. Yeah, why not? I'll clean that by hand. Why not throw those screws in too? And the big bad wolf right here. Put this right there. Cool. All right, that should be everything that should go in there. You don't see it like brand new. Okay. Let's put this guy down. And then we'll leave them in there for a couple hours, and then I'll come back and we'll rebuild them, put it back together. Hopefully the gasket wasn't too bad. Hopefully the gasket wasn't too bad. We could always put this in water to see if it was floating correctly, any air is coming out, but the seam looks pretty good. They sell other ones, reproductions. Check out this. I mean, I wish you could see it. It looks pretty good. That rubber. So, I don't know. I can't tell how many miles this guy had on it. Let's just put this semi back together, so we just don't lose it. I got a lot of stuff going on here. So let's just do this. That. We'll put that guy right there. All right, and then we'll come back. We'll use an air compressor and blow this guy up. And then hopefully that was a problem. If it wasn't, then we'll have to check the points on the magneto to see what's going on, because I think sometimes maybe it could be the condenser. When the spark plug gets hot, it loses spark. But I was able to kick it over yesterday and turn it back on, so I'm hoping that it's just a carb issue. So hopefully it'll run a little bit better. All right, see you in a second.
There's no way this fits. Fit. All right, let's see if we can make it go boom boom. Put the carb back on. Turn the petcock on. Oh, it's flowing nice out now. She's drinking up. Very nice. Doesn't need that much. Turn it off. She's super flowing, so that just goes to show that the jet's definitely clogged. So she's on. See if I can get it nice. Okay. Keys on. Oh, it's hiding here. Okay, you should put the choke on. Choke's on. It's flowing a lot of gas. Usually we don't get that much gas.